Gonna go and turn it over. Yeah, go. Hey folks, welcome Big Jet TV. We are live in Hillingdon at ARD once again. Our monthly visit to Aviation Retail Direct. I know I look like a robber and I'm just about to do the place over and take 15 grand's worth of models back in the van. Only joking, of course. But yes, we are once again here at ARD. These guys are responsible for the best die-cast and plastic models on the market that you can buy, and of course you can visit them at Aviation Retail Direct via your browser. So we're just building the audience at the moment, and we're going to go in there and announce the winner of the December draw, and then of course we're going to check out the models that are on the lineup for the January 2019 Lucky Elite member winner. And I'll tell you what, there's some real special ones coming up. So let's go in and check it out and see what we can get. Okay, GP. All the latest stuff. This is sort of their latest shelf. Too much reflection going on there. So let's get in and see what we got. Granville's bell. Granville. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Jerry. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. How you doing, fella?
Very well, thank you.
Good, good. Right. Okay. So we're here once again. This is our January visit. This is the winning model for the December draw, and Gary McConaughey from New Zealand, of all places. I believe his next pack chose the Caledonian A320.
Yes, he did. He did, and as you can see, this model is again, it's brand new, and it is a retro model. This one used to fly in and out of Gatwick many years ago, so it's been very popular with sales in the UK. Yeah,
I mean, we did have quite a significant lineup for December, including a 747, but he chose this one, so good choice.
Good choice, very good choice.
And what have we got in the lineup for January then, Paul?
Okay, well, for January, before we go over to that selection, what I'd like to show you is this 747-100.
Oh, nice.
We've got a couple of prototypes to show you today. This 747-100, obviously, con number 1 was the start of the 747, and last year, September last year, was the 50th anniversary. And as you can see, this is all the stewardesses and all the airline badges that were applied to the aircraft who had placed orders for the 747. So a very popular model, licensed with Boeing, and a very, very collectible.
Is this just fresh in today then, Paul?
Yes, it is. Yep, just got that one in, and we've got stock, so if anybody's interested, you know, we'd love to hear from you.
Fantastic. Okay, let's check out the lineup for January.
Okay, well, if you'd like to come over to our cabinet.
Yeah, the usual cabinet.
The usual cabinet.
The Big Jet TV lineup cabinet. What have we got this month? Oh, wow, look at that, DC-8.
Okay, well, that's the prototype DC-8, November 8008 Delta. DC-850, and this one had many different conversions to it, obviously, for different airlines that were ordering it at the time. So this is quite a special DC-8, and this one is on offer for the end of January. And moving round, we have the Comet 4B,
nice.
Which was obviously flown by BEA, and the Red Wings. I love the Red Wings.
British European Airways, I believe that was.
That's correct, yes.
The Red Wings, yeah, crazy.
And all these models come with a stand. And then moving round to the Iberia 747. This is the 100 series, as you can see, with the 3 windows on the top deck.
Yes.
Again, Iberia, a retro aircraft. Didn't come to Heathrow very much, but all the same, very collectible. And then right at the front is a very unusual DC-1030.
Wow.
Air Liberté, a French airline. I think it was 2002 or 2001. They came into difficulty, and British Airways decided they were going to try and help out, and they bought 70% of the shares. And so that's why we've got Air Liberté with the British Airways speed flag on the front. So again, another very collectible model.
Wow, collectible and rare. So yeah,
Very rare.
What a great selection you really picked out. I mean, really, when you consider what you've got here in the shop here, Paul, it's just like an immense array of models, the availability, and you've done a great job in picking out.
And what is very interesting, we've revamped the shop. We did that last year, and we have noticed that since we've been talking to you guys, there's more and more youngsters getting interested in collecting aircraft models.
Yes.
And that is fantastic, because we feel over the years the aviation culture, making it, where it's been difficult to watch airplanes at the airports for security, the aviation culture has started to wane. Now, with what you're doing to help us, we're getting more and more youngsters coming in, which is fantastic news for the hobby. Oh,
that's great. Well, that's good to hear on all fronts, really. And of course, you do cater for all ages, really.
Yeah.
And I've noticed you've got a great selection of the military stuff as well. If I just come over to this cabinet here, which you've taken the glass off for us very kindly.
Yeah.
What I've also noticed is that some of the models, or a number of the models that you do, are literally from a moment in time. Like when they were spotted at a specific airfield or air base or whatever.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And I mean, looking at these aircraft here, obviously the F-111 only flew with two air forces, obviously the United States Air Force and the Australian Air Force. But there's people in Australia that haven't been able to get a model of the Australian F-111. So we've manufactured them. And there's models like here, the U-2 spy plane.
Yes.
We get orders and orders for people collecting model aircraft who have been working with these aircraft or have seen them at the airports or wherever they've been. And they just want to buy a model which is like a piece of history in their life.
Yes.
So they can look at that and they say, oh, I remember seeing that model.
Yes.
And
so regardless of the scale as well, because these are, what are they, 100th or?
No, these are all 1/200 scale.
1/200th. Wow,
yes.
That's really small, but still highly detailed and such quality as well.
Yeah, and then we've got also, in the next cabinet, you can see we've got all the classics. These are Sky Classics, which are 1/200 scale. And lots of Comets, Vanguards, Tridents, BAC 111s, VC 10s, and lots and lots of different colour schemes and Air Forces. So we get people coming into the shop and they're here for hours, just looking around.
I bet they are.
Some of them come in with a sigh of relief, say, oh, now I feel I'm in heaven.
Yes, yeah. Wow, it's crazy. BAC 111s, Tridents.
Yeah, VC 10s at the back.
Yes. So literally any type of model and variant. Right up here as well, you've got the old props. Sunderland flying boat, is that?
Yeah, and we've got right at the back, you can see there's some C119s, the old boxcar that used to fly into Norfolk. Shackletons here. We try to do as many as we possibly can. As many different types. So fortunately I own quite a lot of moulds which are exclusive to ARD, and we're able to bring these models out, and collectors are very happy. That's
fantastic. I want to nip round to this one here that I noticed earlier on. I mean, talk about sort of like interesting stuff. Look at this Pan American with this huge great, tell us about that.
Okay, well the Pan Am 747, during trials, I think it was con number 3, was due to be delivered to Pan American, and it was still being used by Boeing, and that big nose probe out the front was for crosswind trials. So as the aircraft was coming in, it was measuring the crosswind before the aircraft actually entered into that crosswind.
Wow.
So all part of the trials for the 747.
That's insane. So like I say, you can literally order a model from a moment in time.
And one thing, if I could just bring you back here very quickly, if you have a look at this model here, this has been brought out by Herpa. This is the Tupolev Tu-160 Blackjack, and at the beginning of last month, 2 of these aircraft were followed by the Norwegian Air Force, the British Air Force, as 2 of these aircraft went along the top of Scotland, going down to Venezuela, where they stayed in Venezuela for, I think it was 10 days on exercise. So it created a big interest.
In those markings, or?
Very similar, very similar.
Yes.
So when Herber brought this model out, of course the people were buying them up really quick.
Wow, that's crazy. So literally, very up to date, very
topical.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Paul, thanks so much. One lucky elite member is going to win a fantastic model of their choice.
Absolutely.
In amongst that group there, folks. So if you become an elite member with Big Jet TV, this is just one of the benefits that you get. I'd probably say it's probably one of the bigger benefits.
It is,
because that's a highly valued models, these as well. So great stuff. Well, thanks, Paul. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you next month when we pick up the winner's model.
Okay, thanks very much.
Cheers, mate. Take it easy. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay, GP.